there are two important questions to ask about any technology in international security. First, why do actors expect it to provide political benefits at acceptable costs? Second, how can actors use it in actual operational conditions? These are questions about strategy and operations, respectively. The answers are usually complicated. Too often, technologists focus only on questions of how, and then only narrowly on technical feasibility. One might assume that a new weapon will revolutionize war. But why do belligerents go to war in the first place? Just because it is scientifically possible to inflict harm under some idealized conditions does not mean that political actors will be willing and able to cause harm in practice. Strategic outcomes depend on political interests, and usable technologies depend on social institutions. In an earlier era, for example, the theory of strategic bombing did not work out as well as its advocates hoped. Air operations required extensive infrastructure for logistics, training, and planning. Daytime raids were exposed to withering enemy defenses, and nighttime raids could not hit their targets. The enemy populations and industries that were bombed also proved to be more resilient or resolved than expected. Coercion by aerial punishment turned out to be hard to implement and ineffective when feasible. Air power was more useful for other things, such as enabling land warfare. In cyber warfare, likewise, it may be hard to control remote intrusions in complex environments, and anonymous disruption may not be politically useful. Not every organization that uses vulnerable computers is an easy target. Not every hacker capable of cybercrime is capable of cyber warfare. States that do have the ability to inflict death and destruction through cyberspace, moreover, are usually not motivated to do so. Cyberspace is more useful for other things, such as intelligence. Cyber operations further depend on institutional cooperation in a fundamental way that strategic bombing does not. While it is technically possible to break things and kill people by remote control, it is premature to focus on how to conduct cyber warfare without first understanding why it makes sense to do so, or not.